In a world driven by images, where faces are currency and identity is often measured in likes, the rise of the faceless influencer is one of the most intriguing shifts in the digital landscape. The very idea seems paradoxical. How can someone influence millions without ever showing their face? Yet, as social media continues to evolve, a new breed of content creators is emerging. Individuals who captivate, inspire, and shape trends, all while remaining visually anonymous. The journey of a faceless influencer begins with a simple yet powerful realization. Influence is not solely about appearance. It's about storytelling, relatability, and the unique connection that forms between creator and audience. In a sea of perfectly curated selfies and polished photo shoots, the decision to remain faceless is both a statement and a strategy. It challenges the norms of digital fame and invites followers to focus on the substance rather than the surface. From the earliest days of the internet, anonymity was a cornerstone of online culture. Forums, blogs, and chat rooms flourished as spaces where people could express themselves freely, shielded by pseudonyms and avatars. But as platforms like Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube rose to dominance, the emphasis shifted toward personal branding, with faces taking center stage. The influencer era was born, characterized by a relentless pursuit of visibility and the cultivation of an aspirational persona. Yet, beneath the glitzy veneer of online celebrity, a countercurrent began to flow. Some creators, wary of the pressures and vulnerabilities that come with public exposure, chose to step back, or rather, to step sideways. They built their brands around their voice, their creativity, their ideas, or their craft. Their content spoke for itself, unanchored by a recognizable face. The motivations behind this choice are as varied as the influencers themselves. For some, privacy is paramount. The internet is a vast and unpredictable space, and maintaining a degree of separation between public and private life can be a form of self-preservation. Others are driven by a desire to be appreciated for their work rather than their looks, to sidestep the superficial judgments that so often accompany visual platforms. Some simply enjoy the mystique, the sense of curiosity and anticipation that comes with anonymity. Consider the artist whose hands are the only visible part of their body as they paint intricate designs, each brushstroke captured for millions to see. Or the musician who shares hauntingly beautiful melodies, their face always hidden by a mask or turned away from the camera. There are storytellers, educators, and meme creators whose personalities shine through their words, their voices, or their animation. They invite their audiences into a world of imagination, where the focus is on the experience rather than the individual. The allure of the faceless influencer lies in the way they subvert expectations. In a culture obsessed with authenticity, often conflated with oversharing, these creators remind us that privacy and presence are not mutually exclusive. They forge genuine connections with their audiences, not by revealing every detail of their lives, but by offering content that resonates on a deeper level. Their anonymity becomes a canvas onto which viewers can project their own emotions and experiences. At the heart of this phenomenon is the power of storytelling. A faceless influencer must rely on narrative, whether verbal, visual, or musical, to capture attention and build loyalty. Without a face to anchor the content, every detail becomes more intentional. The inflection of a voice, the pacing of a video, the aesthetic choices in editing and presentation. The absence of a face can paradoxically make the content feel more personal, as viewers engage with it on their own terms, free from preconceived notions. For many, the faceless approach is also a path to longevity. Internet fame can be fickle, and the scrutiny that comes with visibility can be intense. By maintaining anonymity, creators can avoid some of the pitfalls that have derailed the careers of even the most successful influencers. Privacy invasions, doxing, and the relentless pressure to maintain a certain image. It allows for a reinvention and evolution, as the brand is tied to the content rather than the individual. Of course, being a faceless influencer comes with its own set of challenges. Building trust and credibility without a human face requires consistency, creativity, and a unique point of view. Audiences may be curious, even suspicious, about the person behind the curtain. There is always the risk of being dismissed as inauthentic or disconnected. But for those who navigate these waters skillfully, the rewards can be substantial. Brands and marketers are increasingly recognizing the value of faceless influencers. Their audiences are often highly engaged, drawn in by the content itself rather than the cult of personality. Collaborations can be innovative and unexpected. A fashion brand might partner with an anonymous illustrator or a tech company with a voice-only podcaster. The possibilities are as limitless as the imagination. The rise of virtual influencers has further blurred the lines. These digital entities, crafted entirely from pixels and code, embody the ultimate form of faceless influence. They have personalities, backstories, and devoted fan bases, yet their creators remain hidden in the shadows. The phenomenon raises profound questions about authenticity, representation, and the future of influence itself. But even outside the realm of virtual avatars, the faceless influencer movement speaks to a broader cultural shift. As audiences become more savvy and selective, there is a growing appetite for content that feels meaningful and original. The relentless pursuit of authenticity now includes the right to choose what to reveal and what to withhold. In this context, anonymity is not a barrier to connection. It's a way of reclaiming agency in a world that often demands total exposure. Take, for example, the world of ASMR, where creators use sound and sensory cues to trigger relaxation and euphoria in their viewers. Many of the most popular ASMR artists never show their faces, allowing listeners to focus entirely on the auditory experience. Their voices become familiar, even intimate, creating a sense of companionship that transcends physical appearance. Or consider the rise of storytime channels on platforms like YouTube and TikTok, where narrators recount personal anecdotes, urban legends, or dramatic readings, often accompanied by simple animations or stock footage. The absence of a face allows the story itself to take center stage, inviting viewers to immerse themselves fully in the narrative. In the fashion and beauty space, faceless influencers experiment with creative ways to showcase products and techniques. Some use clever camera angles, props, or digital effects to obscure their identities while still delivering compelling content. Others embrace the playful art of disguise, donning wigs, masks, or elaborate costumes that become part of their brand. The phenomenon is not limited to individuals. Entire collectives and communities have sprung up around shared interests and values, with members contributing anonymously or under pseudonyms. These groups often foster a sense of belonging and mutual support, free from the hierarchies and competition that can plague more traditional influencer circles. The faceless influencer movement also intersects with important conversations about safety and inclusivity. For creators from marginalized backgrounds, anonymity can be a shield against harassment and discrimination. It allows for honest expression and exploration of identity without fear of retaliation. In some cases, it is a matter of necessity, a way to participate in public discourse while protecting oneself from real-world consequences. As the digital landscape continues to evolve, the definition of influence is expanding. It is no longer confined to those with the most followers or the most photogenic faces. Influence is about impact, about the ability to move, inspire, or provoke thought. It is about the stories we tell, the conversations we spark, and the communities we build. The future of the faceless influencer is bright and full of possibility. Advances in technology are opening new avenues for creativity, from voice synthesis to augmented reality. The barriers to entry are lower than ever, making it possible for anyone with a passion and a point of view to share their voice with the world. The audience, for its part, is growing more open-minded, willing to embrace creators who don't fit the traditional mold. At the same time, the movement is a reminder of the enduring value of privacy in an age of perpetual sharing. It challenges us to rethink our assumptions about authenticity, connection, and what it means to be seen. It invites us to look beyond the surface, to listen more closely, and to appreciate the richness and diversity of human expression. For aspiring faceless influencers, the path forward is both exciting and demanding. Success requires a clear vision, a commitment to quality, and an understanding of one's audience. It means finding creative ways to stand out in a crowded field, leveraging storytelling, sound, and visual artistry to create memorable experiences. It also means setting boundaries, knowing what to share and what to keep private, and being prepared to adapt as trends and technologies change. For audiences, the rise of faceless influencers offers a refreshing alternative to the relentless parade of selfies and lifestyles. It is a chance to engage with content on a deeper level, to appreciate artistry and innovation for their own sake. It is an invitation to participate in a new kind of community, one built not on appearances, but on shared interests, values, and curiosity. Ultimately, the faceless influencer embodies a powerful idea that influence is about more than visibility. It is about voice, vision, and the courage to carve out a space that feels authentic, even when that means holding something back. In a world that often equates presence with exposure, the choice to remain faceless is radical, liberating, and, above all, deeply human. As we look to the future, the influence of the faceless will only grow. Their stories will continue to challenge and inspire us, reminding us that the most powerful connections are not always the most visible. In the end, it is not the face that matters, but the message, the creativity, and the impact left on the world. And in that, the faceless influencer stands as a testament to the enduring power of ideas, unseen but unmistakably felt.